Cool beans, we're in. What level we need to use this to? That's better. Turn that down just a touch for the minute. We don't need to see me. Cool. So it is the run up to Christmas. We're going to have a Warhammer Christmas. And we're going to start today with Warhammer 40k Road Trader, which is an RPG or a computer RPG or a classic RPG. We're going to play this in the afternoons when I get a chance to do it over the Christmas period. And then in the evenings we're going to play some Darktide. Apart from tonight, we're going to play some horror games. Without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. I have played a little part of this, but we're going to start a fresh character because we can. We do the main story. Take up the mantle of a road trader, scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over the trade protectorate and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodlines of von Owlcat as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without, as countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It's up to you to hold the reins of this shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the von Owlcat dynasty, and currently find yourself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities and heresy. The stakes are high and raised even higher as you cross paths with a terrifying, powerful, ambitious adversaries. Darkness, yeah, you get the idea. We're going to story. I do need to check something, because it just finally dawned on me that I haven't done this. We are going follower only on chat. Open to leave. I can pop it out there like a proper good boy. Otherwise we're just going to get people trying to sell shit in the chat, which annoys the hell out of me. Right. We'll play normal. Create custom character. We're going to take Darius, I think. Archetype, operative, backgrounds on Deathworld. On Deathworld, the plants, beasts, and something even more, even the environment, sometimes even the environment itself, take aggressive and destructive forms. It's just like where I live. Apex of Brilliance. You've managed to corrupt an entire star system and turn it into your personal den of thieves. Logic +5. I've heard this can get very complicated with the stats. Crime Lord. The Imperium survives and prospers in no small part due to its narrowness of its vision. A rebellious mind and will, such as yours, cannot be so easily constrained. +5 weapon skill, +5 perception. You were arrested and thoroughly interrogated using creative and violent methods. Ability, surefire plan. At the start of the combat, the crime lord gains a plus intelligence bonus. I'm guessing that's intelligence. Stacks. Yep, cool. Yeah, we don't need all this. Let's just get into it. Next.
Engage the engines.
Yeah, well, that's good enough. Void ship. I mean, that's just fine.
I have strategy.
Behold the wrath of madness. You didn't stand a chance. We have purified the battle.
The best defense is a good offense.
Absolutely. Trailblazer's good. Sword class frigate is a classic void ship design, proved in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Name, we'll keep the name as it is. Enter name, keep that. Here we go. Hopefully you won't hear too much from me.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Cool, and already I know something I forgot to do. I'll be right back. Right, we're back on it. It's a prime example of what happens when you try to stream without really setting yourself up. Spur of the moment type stuff. During the upper decks, you're in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about the current events, influence the characters you are speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. Your character's personal story depends on the dialogue choices you make. Available dialogue options are displayed on the right. Select a reply by clicking left mouse button. Got it.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
You can hover your cursor over highlighted words to learn more about them. The tooltip that appears can help you better understand the world of the game or its mechanics. Words are highlighted when they first appear in a text. Scroll up the dialogue to see the desired highlighted term again. Rogue Trader, a subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title. Rogue Trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. Cool. My name is Darius.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Lord Captain, a strange title for Lady Theodora.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Continue.
Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
You say I am one of the rogue traders' heirs. So is there another candidate?
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
I'm sure you have some goal in mind where you decide to seek me out. Let's address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
And end dialogue. New quest. By the right of blood. New quest. By the right of blood, follow comrade. Change your viewpoint. Move the camera using WS and AD keys as you always do. Rotate camera using Q or the mouse wheel. Got it.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Interactable objects. Some objects in the game can be interacted with in a special way. These are marked with specific icons. Some icons allow you to study objects. Others will transfer the character to a neighbouring location or launch a small event. These icons become visible when your character is standing close enough to the interactive object. Fucking hell. Click left mouse button on the icon to perform the associated action. Some interactive objects such as doors, chests are not always marked with icons, but the cursor changes when you hover over them. Hover your cursor over the object. If the cursor changes, the object is interactable. Hold tab to highlight objects your character can interact with.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Right. Comprehensive information is displayed on a large screen above the cogitators. You can make out reference to unfamiliar systems and worlds among the numbers and logistic symbols, maybe, might have been.
Is there money to be made?
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Your demise is already calculated.
You have been ambushed. The battle begins. Start the battle. To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarise yourself with the combat system of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Click the button on the top of the screen to start the battle. Right, it's turn-based combat, which is cool. Movement in combat. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on the grid. On their turn, a character can move, attack and use their abilities. Select a cell within the highlighted area and double click left mouse button to move that character there. Determine how far a character can move on their turn. 1 MP corresponds to 1 cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2. I'm guessing MP's movement points. Look at that. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to the maximum value. Note that once a character starts moving, this action can no longer be cancelled. So how do I... Right, so this is my movement points, -6. Really do getting some cover, right? Action points. To make attacks, use your abilities in combat. The character must spend action points or AP. The total is displayed on the panel at the bottom of the screen. Every attack or ability has a certain action point cost associated with it. The number of squares next to the icons of the attack actions and other abilities indicate their cost. At the start of the character's turn, the APs are restored to their maximum value. To attack, first click left mouse button on the single shot icon on the weapons panel at the bottom of the screen. Hover the cursor over the enemy, a tooltip will appear showing you the chances of hitting that enemy and the possible damage you can deal with a successful hit. Click left mouse button on the enemy to fire. The amount of damage your character deals depends on the parameters of the weapon they are using. The effectiveness of a shot depends on the distance between the character and the enemy. When you target an enemy with a single shot, you will see 2 areas denoting the weapon's effective and maximum fire ranges. Certain abilities in game are considered attack actions and can only be used once per turn unless affected by specific talents or other abilities a character may have. If a character performs an attack action, they will not be able to attack again and will lose the remaining movement points until the start of the next turn. So I've got single shot, pistol. Reload is going to cost 1 AP. At the start of the surefire plan, start of combat, the Crime Lord gains +3 stacks of surefire plan. Activation of this ability consumes 1 stack and makes the next action stronger depending on the type of action. If the Crime Lord attacks, they deal +14 more damage. If the Crime Lord moves, they gain 14% damage and parry to the next one. The operative targets 1 enemy within line of sight. That target immediately gains +2 exploits. What is an exploit? Let's just go for basic, shall we? Got 85% chance it'll be 6 to 11 damage.
I'll see to it personally.
Ending a turn. When you are ready to end your turn, press space or click the end turn button at the bottom right of the screen. Got it? Not sure what he's doing. We need to move back, whatever happens.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
That's a miss. Your character just missed. To increase the hit chance, equip your character with a decent weapon and place them on vantage point. Abilities and talents that improve your weapon skill characters will help more often in close combat. For improved marksmanship, learn talents that increase perception and ballistic skills. That's going to be end turn. Not sure what he's doing. So a single shot costs 1 AP.
Who if not me? On it. Your end was inevitable.
He's dead.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Spread out, no one's allowed to
I'm
enter the
afraid
premises.
I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
The Master with Whispers gives you a curt bow. Okay, so first things first. You can open the map using M. Cool. But what we want to do is this. Controls. What I'm looking for. Quick save. F5. What was the other one? Graphics are good. We've got no blur, have we? Doesn't seem to be. That looks good. Cool. So F5 is quick save. Cool. The wires in Servitor's head are smouldering. It seems that the cause of the malfunction was short-circuiting the motive force. security gun.
I always have a backup plan.
Lima Rust tank. A strange job that resembles sea of coral. Open the door, open the door. Tech priest, crew officer, crew officer.
I always keep my options open.
Watch out for this servitor. I did notice there was an option. Ah, it is. Right, now I'm lost.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
The first impressions of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of strewn implants and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twists by a slight arc, and the jerky movements that are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast, Theodore von Valentius features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head rise high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind the back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in stature between her and Enthiard. Enthiard? Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing who's studying the contents of a data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
So we have your character skills reflect their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogues automatically initiate passive skill tests. If such a test succeeds, new information will be revealed or a hidden dialogue option will be unlocked. If your character is travelling with allies, the party member with the highest score in applicable skill is selected for each given passive skill test. So we have two passive tests. Let's go for the warp law. There's ways to confirm whether this is happening on Elon 6 is witchcraft. It may cost several psychers to do so, but it will give us an answer.
Pharaoh, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
Well, not my fault you can't find them.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here?
There are three options. I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that. There are questions that I wish to have answered. Was it not you who sent for me?
You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
I am ready to take on this sacred purpose.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
One of? Does that mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
If you're satisfied, well, then what is the sense in having conversations? Why are you wasting your time on me? You may notice that I'm trying to skip the names because they're pretty much impossible for me to get my tongue around.
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. One could not in good faith describe your background as one of exemplary service to the Imperium. However, I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived and prospered between the letters of the law is a rare achievement among those in our circle. You are skilled in the art of taking risks and cutting corners. Trust me when I say that you will have sufficient opportunity to apply this talent for the good of the house. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better.
Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
An incident took place in the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Oh.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Navigator, translation.
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
Where is the ship headed?
The Owlcat system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Owlcat on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Well, Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself a worthy heir.
You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
I do like Theodora. No, there's a few of them.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
The Master's demand!
All combatants act in turns, and their order is determined by initiative roll. The order of turns is displayed in the top left of the screen, from bottom to top. The characters at the very bottom go first, and the one above, and so on and so on. Okay, what have we got going on? Quite a few. bad guys.
Don't touch me.
My place is at the fore.
Stay vigilant. Die! I serve the ruined powers.
Brace yourself, Overlord.
Death to the weak.
Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Cover like a character can hide behind a mark with a shield. Or a shield with a skull. When standing close to them, the character will automatically take up the advantage of its position. In this case, a chance that the enemy attack will hit cover and not the character behind. The chance that the enemy attacks will hit cover and not the character behind them increases. The character will not receive a bonus of attack from the side, not protected by current cover. I see.
I am your doom. Out of my way! No.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Death to non-believers!
The Imperium.
I want that gun.
Reduced to dust. One fewer target.
Weapon at the ready. Death to the
All that gun.
heretics.
Positive effect. Your characters will receive the temporary positive effect from an ally. Such effects enhance your character's capabilities in combat in some way. To learn more about the effect you have gained, hover your cursor over the effects icon next to your character's portrait. Guessing this is my portrait. Oh, right. I've gained kill them. 50 plus ballistic skill until the end of combat. This guy's in cover. If we move to here. Here. Hopefully we can shoot someone. 38% chance. 38% chance. We've got to do it.
It's as good as done.
For now.
Reduced to dust.
Bit of that guy flew off over there.
Strengthens me. For the glory of the Imperium.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
She looks at the box in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What is happening? Question mark.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
The incident with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what is transpiring now.
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
In dialogue. So I'm guessing we can't... So where's he gone? This way? Oh no, that's a lift.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Heretics bodies riddled with holes, 5 single shotgun. This Mort. Mort's got the gun I want.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Mort pulls his socks from his belt and immediately hurriedly reports the situation.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny? But who would attempt a mutiny here in the warp?
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Her expression changes, eyes flash ominously.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Darius? Theodora glances at you thoughtfully.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey, Lord Captain.
Then move out! Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do, lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is...
Oops. Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. Yeah. Really, what a bastard. Oh. And with that, we're going to have a quick break. You may hear me drinking. So we're back. So Comrade, the traitor, is about the heretics on the ship by the seams of things.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. You are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Warrant Chamber? Warrant of Trade. What is the meaning of this?
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is this in red? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The Warrant of Trade.
I have no intention of helping you.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the Warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
Produces a strange object, a blade without a handle that shimmers in the blue light. To the void with you. Oh, something's happened. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops. And drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseation. Your head is spinning and then quiet whispers begin to flood your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. Fight the voice in your head, get out, I am not your puppet. Voice in your head giggles and mocks your desperate outcry. You feel an intruder influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step towards the gates looming in the centre of the chamber. That's chaos, man. Skill tests and dialogues. One of the available dialogue options requires a skill test, unlike with passive skills, which are made automatically. In this case, you can decide whether or not to select the option, the consequences of which will depend on the result of the associated test. Success or failure affects how the dialogue develops. Depending on the context, you might change the course of the conversation, alter the character's attitude, or perform an action whose consequences will only become apparent later. Hover your cursor over the dialogue option that requires a skill test and you will see a tooltip detailing your chances of success. The number after the skill's name indicates the difficulty of the test. Once your character starts travelling allies. A party member with the highest score and the applicable skill will be selected for each test type. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is the servitor, an immediate automation created by a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Tech use 100%. Examine the device. We've got a chance 100%. Let's do it. Tech use succeeded. Currently inspect the design of the gate cogitator and immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that used as material for the machine's components. Some are unfamiliar to you. Suspect this might be some kind of Owlcat relic. Owlcat relic? An incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from the human's ancient past. Gain 5 experience. Servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens in a drawn out shriek. Much wider than your jaw of a living human could. I can. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The bid screen to the right of you lights up, showing a string of ancient mysterious symbols on the green background. The whistle runs through your consciousness. The system demanded sacrifice. The voice that filled your head after Bollock wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, the source coiled itself to a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Look for anything that could be used as a weapon. You look around in the hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber's anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nay, a broken panel or a protruding piece of rebar is in sight. Look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Examine the sentinel. The sentinel looks noticeably different from the ones you are used to. Its skin covering stitches together with a copper thread, and that has metal hinges in place for the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. Place your hand in the maw. The sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking it into your flesh. Dark hue drops forward into the servitor's throat and immediately you hear humming. It's the servo motor start up and the pump slowly into motion. The bid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The sentinel's jaws remain closed and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the sentinel, the cogitator? Is it a figment of a weary mind? Whatever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your conscience does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
sort of a defense system. Yeah, bad news, comrade. So Cam, how you doing? Hope you're well.
Is there money to be made?
Child of the house to safety.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the Child of the House and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
I need a weapon. I'm utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
The server scope goes silent. Relays clicking. Second after second passes and you realise that the server scope will not answer you. I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
End on. As the game's story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open a journal by pressing J or clicking the left mouse button on the notification at the top of the screen. Journal entries help you keep track of your current events and guide your character on their journey. The Quest tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information about any quests you have accepted and their current status. Use the journal to help yourself understand where to go on the next steps of your adventure. Missed the complete word completely out. The rumours and contracts sections also contain important information you will learn about later. No, nothing like Inquisitor.
Let us not dawdle.
Certainly made a mess of these bodies. Where are we going? This is a proper full-on RPG.
I always keep my options
Right,
open.
should we close the door? Oh, no, okay, maybe not close the door. Have you got Inquisitor, Marta?
I always have a backup plan.
I'm kind of guessing it wants me to open up my journal.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Okay, it's all very good. Looks very nice. Blah, bloody, bloody, blah. Journal. Seal the warrant chamber. No one must be reached the warrant. A simple order to the central... Well, okay, we need to speak to the guy on the door.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Aren't they both the same game, but one of them's updated? This guy's not having a lot of luck.
Run, fools, or fall!
I want one of them.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Conrad is a traitor. When he parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He is clearly serving the unholy gods of the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic! Oh, Voidfear, you void rat! Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt?
Openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
Ah, I've got it as well, so we need to play it sometime, Cam.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Items received: sniper rifle, armored body glove, medikit. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happens when your character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds. 50% of the maximum wounds within one round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you choose. Injuries reduce your character's resolve. When a character initially suffers an injury, it is considered a flesh injury. During the first 3 rounds, once 3 rounds are passed, a flesh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury, fresh, not flesh, a fresh injury can be healed using the medikit without passing any skill tests. Old injuries can be healed with a medikit, but they require characters administering the treatment to pass the medikit test that's successful. Use medikit to restore wounds and heal injuries. Note that when a character loses all their wounds, they fall unconscious. Once the combat is over, the wounds of your party members are replenished automatically, and any injuries they may have sustained remain. Those can be healed with a medikit. Medikits can only be used by characters who have a field medic feature, base skill Medicaid, or have taken Medicaid skill advancement at least once. When a character uses a medikit in battle, a Medicaid skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored. Fucking hell. Okay. Weapons, so equip weapons of your armory, but double click that, same standard. Okay, so we now have this sniper rifle. Armor 15%. Character wearing this armor will dodge 40% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. This armor reduces incoming damage of average enemy attacks in this chapter by minus 10%. It's not going to be a bad thing to wear it, right? Cannot be equipped by this character. Can this character equip it? He most certainly can. Ah, he's already got it. I was thinking of that yesterday to play more. I was looking for any Warhammer 40k games on Christmas sale. I haven't seen any. That being said, Darktide is on a massive discount at the minute. Right, so we need to accept.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let me help. That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse. All those strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
What can we expect to find in the navigator's sanctum?
During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the immaterial. Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way.
Come.
might. Destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Hurrah!
Surrender to the Emperor! Won't they not believe me?
To arms!
Tactical phase. Combat begins with tactical phase, during which characters cannot attack or take other actions, but may try to take up advantage positions. Select a character on their portrait at the top of the screen, then click left mouse button on the cell you want the character to move to. Red cells are areas inaccessible to the character. During a tactical phase, each character in the party may move up to the maximum movement point, but cannot position themselves in the adjacent to an enemy. Okay, so let's have a look. What's this guy got? The combat abilities of characters differ depending on their archetype. Available abilities are placed at the bottom right of the screen, and I'll read the full description of the ability. However, hover your cursor over it, the icon, and click right mouse button on it. I don't think we need to use all of this. I'm not going to move. %95 chance.
Another enemy down.
Nice.
I'll see to it personally.
So we've got the charge. Okay, let's cleave this guy.
I will do my duty.
Right, maybe not.
Someone else can do this. At your beck and call. On view attack.
Attack of opportunity. Characters with melee weapons can make attack of opportunity if an opponent in an adjacent cell initiates movement. It can also be triggered by some abilities. It's pretty bog standard.
It will be done.
Brace for impact.
I bring ruin.
Chaos guides me. I serve the ruinous powers.
Friendly fire, be
Just a
careful.
minor setback.
Companions can get hurt by your burst attacks or area attacks. To avoid friendly fire, keep an eye on the trajectory of your shots and the area of effect of area attacks and melee burst attacks. Got it. Yeah, well, we don't need to worry about that because we just want to shoot people. Shoot him.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
Clean. Large slashing strike that affects multiple enemies at once.
At your beck and call. Dominance achieved!
Fuck off. Target too close.
I'm not interested. Oh, my ears are ringing.
Let's not fuck around, let's just shoot him.
Another enemy down.
You advance the level of your character and companions prevailing in battles, exploring Chronos expanse. The complete quest earns you experience points. Once you have accumulated enough experience, your character gains a level. Click on the arrow symbols on your character's portrait to open a level up screen. Each level gained offers your character new progression options, which include new abilities, talents, skill improvements and other enhancements. Your companion gain new levels at the same time as your character. Even though you're not included in the active party during your journey, you can always increase their level later. In order in which actions are taken in combat matters, your characters can only move around the battlefield before they take attack action. Once a character attacks, they lose the remaining... Yep, we knew that.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Survive from character swing. Leveled up, right? It did just tell me how to do it and I've forgotten already. Right. Logic. Can I not level up his health and crap? Let's go tech use. So how do I change my toughness? There's a lot going on. Choose a skill. Guessing that's all we can do for the minute.
Is there money to be made? I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Here's a map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available, but over time your character will be able to access them. Click left mouse button on active part of the ship to move there. So we want to go to Navigator's Sanctum. Oops.
Death, I hear it. Here, on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrieks and shrieks and crawls it deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you.
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud.
We look at it from here. warp everywhere. Continue.
And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
How do you know who I am?
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
You flinch at the seer's words. No doubt she is referring to the nightmares the torture has inflicted upon your body and mind. Your muscles contract involuntarily as if steeling themselves once more for the inevitable pain. So yeah, he did get tortured, right?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
We must see the Navigator as well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Idea has joined your party, which now consists of several characters. To select one of the characters, left mouse button on a portrait. To select multiple characters, hold left mouse and drag a box around to select the entire party and issue commands to all your characters at once. Press backspace.
Let us not dawdle.
Your doom has been foretold.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Start the battle. Hologram. Yeah, I'm not reading all of that. Sharpshooter, I'm thinking that Darius needs to take out the sharpshooters.
Who, if not me? Your end was inevitable.
Out of my way! Chaos guides me!
I'd rather not.
If I move away, then charge him.
I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
Have it. Who's this? Brawler. That brawler. Okay.
Death to the weak!
Crush the feeble!
The Psycho and an Operative. As an Operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses. Her psychic abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Analyze enemies is an operative ability, which applies the exploit effect to all enemies within the operative line of sight. Yeah.
Cover me! Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate. On it. Ah!
Oh. Darius is too close. Drop him back. An attack of opportunity.
I am ready for whatever comes.
Dodged it.
Never stood a chance. I won't stand for it.
Let's get to it!
So I got misfortune. Okay. No.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed.
Charge the Psyker. Okay, don't charge the Psyker.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs. Have too many joints for a normal human. Ooh. The navigator is breathing heavily. The air whistles as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits in its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. Two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the centre of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What is wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
You're in need of help. What have we to get you out of that chair?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Oops. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator as it's come into its parasicriums of corruption. I don't even know what that means.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Who torments you?
The Urge.
Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, this shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Each word rings through your head like the tolling of a bell. As if countless voices have joined in, screaming into your ears. For a moment you lose your bearings. This unholy chorus must be trying to confound you with sounds not meant for this world. Address your companions. What is that supposed to mean?
A rite. A sacrifice offered. Oh. My heart tells me that Kunrad was not deterred by his defeat in the warrant chamber.
What? Kunrad betrayed Lady Theodora? Oh, but how is that? How? He was as loyal as a dog. And I didn't hear a thing, I swear.
The footfalls of the bringer of twilight are veiled by the will of his masters. Tear out your eyes. See who is to become the champion's servant, for you need them no longer.
I want to help you, tell me how.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run!
The navigator's still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespaidas, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the box at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersions with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. We need to go to the officer's deck, right? Defeated enemies have no further need for their former belongings, but you can discover valuable trophies amongst them. And a defeated enemy to inspect what is left. Next, trophies on the right side of the trophy window go into your inventory, such as items that can be used or equipped by your character. Trophies on the left are packed up as cargo and sent to your ship, which can later be used to trade for with various factions. In combat, a character may need to use different kinds of weapons, which can be prepared in advance. Open your inventory eye and prepare different weapon sets. To switch to a different weapon set in combat, press X. Swapping weapons in combat does not cost action points. Cool. So that's the same. His charge is quite a thing, right? That's the same. Luke.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. Keep your wits about you.
Right, hold on. I'm now starting to think. Access and flick bleed. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
We need to get to officer's deck. Hi Timothy, how's things? No, this has been out a few years now. It's the first time I played it. Well, put any real time into it, to be fair. It's a proper 40k RPG.
Ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
Yep, dead.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this.
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Sister of battle. A white warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing, the weapon quivers in her hand, and for a brief moment it seems she's not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, staring at you. It amazes me that Christmas happens once a year, but everyone, nearly everyone, seems to be unprepared for it to happen.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Darius.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
There is no time for talk.
Very well. We may leave it at that, for now. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic!
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What is happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Villains. Villains is a word that's not used nearly enough these days. You always think of a villain though, where they've got the moustache, handlebar moustache, and top hat, tying someone to a train track. I'm having a good day, all set for Christmas this week. Yep, me too. I've got one more day of work to go, which is Tuesday, and I'm off.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
The crew need more powerful weapons for the upcoming battle. Maybe something suitable can be found in the officer's deck. I do need... Let's give him one of those just in case. Good.
I always keep my options open.
50% of ship's components cargo. Right, I'm not sure what that is. Unsupported item. Take that. Give that new sniper rifle to this dude. Hold on, what's that sniper rifle? Cool. Tox dispenser module. Unsupported item. I'm guessing you received a new, more powerful weapon for your character. To upgrade your equipment, open the inventory screen, left and right map, drag the item where we'll find purchase new equipment and your travels. Yes, got it. Let's go.
Always keep your eye on the price. Is there money to be made?
Look no further.
The door will not move an inch, it is blocked. Right, there's a lot of bad dudes in here.
The whispers are getting louder. Your Emperor won't save you!
It's quite a way down, isn't it? The sun.
What's that?
Look.
Out of my way!
It's nothing! I'm not injured. I'm enraged!
Death to non-believers!
Pain cleanses the body.
At your beck and call.
Oh, you missed.
I will do my duty.
Administration is a holy task. Doubt is for the weak.
I refuse.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! Faith without unique strife is a threat.
Wow, she's not mucking around, is she?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Stop mocking me.
Name them! Make them bleed!
Types of cover. Full particle. Cover gives you opportunity to avoid attacks or cover. Yeah, let's do that crap. Well, we can take him. 95% chance.
Your end was inevitable. I'll see to it personally.
What is this foreboding?
Just casually walks over there.
But of course, be gone!
Yep, him dead.
Will do.
At your beck and call.
Can't do anything with it.
I'll do it.
Oh. Cutthroat.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Chaos guides me.
My prescience has failed me.
Never stood a chance.
Was very well.
Kill both of them.
On it.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Such is the will of chaos.
A tactically sound approach. Indeed. Victory is... I took care of this one.
Yeah, you did.
do it. Faith without deep.
%62% chance.
It's as good as done.
It's done.
I refuse.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. But of course.
Yeah, I've done him. These guys were just standing outside by the door. Oh, loads of loot. Nah, keep chainsaw. We're not done. I didn't realise she had a pistol. Hope we can sell these later on.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. keep your wits about you.
Universal lock-picking tool provides an additional opportunity to open a lock. Expendable item. Possessed demon engine heart. Do you want to be carrying that around? That sounds like a really bad idea.
Just as I planned.
D100 system. Your character is about to make a logic skill test. In dialogue and during exploration, you will often make various skill checks, and the results may determine how successful your character efforts are. Make hidden dialogue options appear or reveal new information. Success of the test is determined by rolling a 100-sided die, a D20. Each skill test has a difficulty of up to 100, includes negative values. To succeed, you must roll a value equal to or less than the sum of both stated difficulties and the value of the skill used for the test. For example, you're attempting a test with a difficulty minus 10. Your character's logic score is 40. 40 minus 10 is 30. Our character's skill score, the easier it is for them to succeed in skill tests. That makes sense.
Let us not dawdle.
Right, so we got some new stuff.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
So how do I wear this? Ah, right. Again, that's the same thing, right?
That's not the Seneschal's job. I'm not interested.
So where can I put this?
Someone else can do this. I'd rather not.
I won't compromise my principles.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Right, I'm not sure.
I always keep my options open. I always have a backup plan.
Oh, I see.
Never doubt me.
And we have leveled up. Cool. Right, I think that's how it works.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, bad guy down there.
Pay attention.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
That's it, thing. The roar of flames ring in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat. Wiping your face a moment later, hazy silhouette forms in a raging on the fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noises and screams. Yet, distinctly hear the sounds of footsteps, and then you see the figure walking out the fire toward you. It is Theodore von Provincius.
Are you lost, my heir?
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
How did you get here?
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But, are you ready? I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer, and that answer can be nothing more than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
Yeah, I don't think that's her though.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Over the roaring flames you hear distant sounds, frightened voices scream and muffled distorted as if they were a body of water between you and them.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Elo. What are we waiting for?
Adira breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks like she's about to fall. Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests and goals, such as pistols affect their convictions. This can be developed in three directions: dogmatic, iconologist, logical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealous the character follows their convictions, and the more known for the world. The motion through the ranks features directions and abilities. Yeah, this is far too much of this. I will not leave my people in harm's way. Get the people off the barge. You look away, and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voice of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grows stronger, and hopefully once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding survivors. With determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and you turn your head to see nothing but the bellowing fire. Yeah.
Where did she go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn. To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Close to platform.
Duty prevails.
Keep your wits about you.
Too late! We are too late! Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Let us know, Dordle.
Is that not what took us into
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
I'm starting to get a lot of stuff that I don't think I've got any use for.
This is intriguing.
that is where we're going to end the stream. I know, shocker, right? This will go up on rerun tomorrow, and then we'll do some more tomorrow afternoon around sort of, I'm going to say 1 PM GMT, but however, best thing to do is follow on Twitch. Just grab them socials. It will also be up on the YouTube channel. Let's throw this in. Paste. Keep it going, and tonight it will be a horror game. We're going back to the roots for Sunday nights, and we're going to be playing Silent Hill 2, the remake, which will be fun. So I haven't played it, so it'll be new to me as it is to anyone else. Tomorrow we'll continue with some Road Trader, and then in the evening, although it's Monday, we don't normally stream on a Monday night, we'll be doing some Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. But until then, take care and hope to speak to you all much later. I'll just check the chat. Yeah, cool. Until then, take care.